we don't see this artsy architecture stuff laid out really well. And we had the awesome advantage of having a big screen TV that a computer could be hooked up into. So it started off Tim sending some plans to us looking at the plans on paper, trying to make sense of it, and all of a sudden one day we said, hey Tim, just bring your computer over. Tim hooked up his computer to our big screen TV, and we spent about 3-4 hours doing what-ifs with the CAD drawing. Rufino or Tim was really quick at the CAD drawing, and what could have taken weeks of, tweak this, tweak that, was done in 3 or 4 hours, and it made the plan sweet. And that made the planning so simple. The other thing that was nice, we did have a walkout basement, and unlike some of the contractors people have dealt with, Tim and Rufino were constantly concerned with our comfort. They built a temporary living space for us in the basement. We didn't have windows, it's a walkout basement, so that helped. We didn't feel like we were in a dark, dank space. So we were comfortable down there. They also, unlike many contractors who leave messes, we came home one night at 9:30 at night and wondered, who left all the lights on? Walk into the house and there's Tim sweeping up all the debris from the day. And cleaning up us. We harassed him a little bit for that, it was kind of fun. But we never, except for, well, when they were jackhammering the 3 inches of concrete out of the kitchen, whoever put the original kitchen floor in, I think we're building a bomb shelter. But the dust and debris that is normal in Lennox project was kept so minimal by their effort. The other thing is, the people that came in to work on the job were utter craftsmen. Mark did a lot of the wood trim back there. It was awesome. I now know what a plinth log is.
You can't see it, but it's there.
And then go to the shower. You know, Rufino did the tile work in the shower, and it was absolutely amazing. You watch this line come down here, it makes a 90-degree turn, and it looks like the tile was folded into place. All this little detail and craftsmanship, you know, that sometimes our old house, we had some people come in, they did a nice job. We didn't see the craftsmanship. Unfortunately, like the electrical work that Marty did was hidden behind walls. But I watched what Marty did, it was awesome. And then Larry the plumber came in and did stuff, and I could have done the plumbing, but I could never have done the job. You know, and it was awesome. But the design process was very painless because they did a lot of what-ifs for us. They let us look at these cool little walkthroughs, so when Tim starts talking his architecture speak, and we go, huh, what? Oh, that, cool. It was awesome. You know, it's been a relatively pleasant process in the entire summer. No.
You can tell we're married. He stole a little bit of my thunder. One of the things I want to talk to you about was the design process, that it was so important to them to understand what our needs were. But what was kind of cool is the design process continued throughout the construction. When Tim pointed out that little piece of tube on the cabinet, that wasn't in the plan originally. We were standing there one day and noticing how the fireplace just jumped out at you now. And the little piece, which you don't see on the pictures, there's a little piece of this that is stained red to bring out the red in the tile on the surround that Tim created, came up with himself. And Tim suddenly said, hey, how about we take that, put that out there, and tie them all together? And it was 8 o'clock one night, and we're going, yeah, that sounds great, let's do that. And, you know, then they tried it a little bit and came up with the idea, and it brings the two rooms together. But it was constant kind of looking at what can we do. It wasn't just here's the plan and we have to stick to it. And I like that, because as things went along, and to be honest, we had planned on using the old doors, which were white, thinking, you know, save a little bit of money, and they're good doors, 1950 solid wood, and they look like crap. They look lousy when they first started putting them up, and we just stepped back and said, we can't do this. Let's get some really nice doors. Mark came in and did a beautiful job of the woodwork and talking having them go straight up. Well, it does look a lot better, but I never would have thought of that. And, you know, having the plumber think of this is not something I expected. So Tim surrounds himself with craftsmen, and that's one of the things that I like as well.
There's Larry.
Larry's over there. Is there anything else?
I